Um, so this is the second time I try this because at first, yeah. Anyway, a lot has happened. I'm no longer a steward. I was asked to step down as a steward, and I did. I had the balls enough to step down. Hmm. Anyway, like there's like personal shit that's happened. It's been pretty bad. And I remembered that Heidegger talks about resoluteness, right? He says it's this temporal modality in which care is forged, and as you know, as he's already identified, I'm looking down at the book. As he's already identified, care is what Dasein does, right? And its authenticity and in its being. Um, what does he say? It's always already ahead of itself in care, together with in the world. And I was trying to think of like an example of being how it's Labor Day is today, and Trump is attacking the unions again. Um, and I remembered when I started, like my first experience as a union member, right, as being a part of a union. I had just left Colorado. I had a domestic violence charge. I had $400 in my pocket. I had a dog, I had a kid, and I had a car that nobody wanted because it was like already 10 years old, so I couldn't even get a loan on it. Um, my surrogate mom, who has since passed, um, told me to apply for the phone company. She too had been a single mom, and she told me, tell them I sent you, put on your application, me as your recommendation. And I interviewed and everything was fine, and I got, and they were like, oh yeah, we will want to hire you. Um, and HR called, and HR is like, well, you have this domestic violence charge. We don't think we can hire you. And that was it. I fuck. um, and then they called back, and I guess they had talked to Chris, and they said to give him a statement, give a statement that it was like of what had happened, and having that on file, they would be able to hire me. Um, I got hired. I automatically, Chris told me, just, you're be in the union, you're going to be in the union. Okay, well, just do it. I didn't even think about it. I didn't, it's sure. Oh, by the way, the dues in a month period, I pay 1 hour of the, like, it's worth 1 hour of my time in a month. How much do you take out in taxes? How much do you take out in TSP? How much do you take out in Medicare that I never see back? I got a problem, dude. That's not cool. Anyway, I'm in the union. The first thing I get to do, it's like within months of me starting, there's an election for the vice president. I was like, what the hell? Okay. I didn't know I was a member. I got a ballot. I just kind of guessed. Okay, sure, this sounds good. Ends up being that the lady that I voted for vice president, I actually got to know once I became a steward, once I became involved, once I became a VP. I got to work with her directly. Hi, Lisa. In the process of that, I recognize that because of the union contract, and because they have to have so many people employed and working, right, guaranteeing people jobs, because of that, I was able to get hired. Otherwise, I'd be a single mom with a freaking, semi-dead kid. Now, in the union I'm in now, I see the work that these guys do. I see the rights that they stand up for. I see the information that they use. to represent working class people, people that are happy just going to work, doing their duty, here, it's being Dasein. It's their call and they have the life that they want to lead because the labor that they provide, that they do provides for them. But it's those contracts that make the difference. It's the contracts that say, hey, you can't take all the money for yourself. They have to be paid a certain amount. You know what? You can't try to cut on profits. We can't try to cut on labor because profits call. Nah, dude. It keeps the balance. It's the union that does that. It's a togetherness in the world that does that. And it forges care. Anyway, yeah, that's it.